Radhe Radhe, hello bachcho. Welcome to Twin Minds Education, where expert teachers help you build strong concepts with complete clarity. So this is the first video of this channel, Twin Minds Education. In this channel, you will be offered with many subjects like accountancy, business studies, economics, maths, science, and English also. We will have different subjects for 6th to 12th, and for plus 1 and plus 2, we will have all the subjects of commerce. Now, coming to the topic of this video, the main heading and the highlight of this video is basic concepts of accountancy. Since this is the first video, so we will be beginning with the foundational thing, with the very basics, and slowly and steadily I will be posting different videos on different concepts and also on different rules of accountancy. Come, let's begin with basis of accountancy. Now, if I talk about who is this video addressing to, who should watch this video, any child who is studying plus 1, plus 2, BCom, BCA or BBA, any person who is related to the field of commerce and wants to learn about the basis of account can go through this video, and at the end of this video you will be able to learn what is accountancy, why do we do accountancy, what is the real meaning of accountancy in our daily lives also. Okay, so let's begin. The very first question that comes to everyone's mind is that what is accountancy? A very basic, simple thing that particularly whenever I teach, I have this methodology of clarifying the meaning of the topic first. Now, coming to what is accountancy? What is accountancy? So basically, accountancy is a subject, obviously, but when we are talking about accountancy as a whole term, then accountancy is a process of recording, summarizing the business transaction in a simplified manner. Basic, simple, and short. Keywords. The key words in the definition of accountancy are, look here, recording, simplified, business transactions. Obviously, whenever we are talking about accountancy, we are talking about money. We are talking about exchange of money, maybe sale or purchase, sale return, purchase return, debtors, creditors. We have a lot of things, right? Business transactions. Etc, etc, etc. You have n number of definitions, n number of, but obviously we cannot go through all the definitions in just one video. So we will be doing it with the flow. Now the main question arises, what is the need of accountancy? Why do we need it? Why should we do accountancy? What is the benefit that we are receiving? What is the significance of accountancy? Aja. Okay. Now, what is the need of accountancy? Coming to the need also means significance, importance, essentials. Why do we need accountancy? Now, coming to the concept of accountancy, accountancy is very important because it has several advantages. Obviously, it has disadvantages also. But first of all, we'll be talking about the significance, the importance, the advantage, the benefits we get from it. The need of accountancy. First of all, whenever we are forming our accounts, we get a profitability position. What is the profit of the current year? what was the profit of the financial year. We can also compare our firm's profit with some other firm using accountancy. We can also compare our firm's profit with last year's profit. Comparison with last year's also profit and with some other firm also. Inter-firm and intra-firm, both. Other than that, we also get a statement of assets and liabilities. I hope you all have heard the word that is balance sheet. What does balance sheet give us? Balance sheet is obviously a part of accountancy, financial statements. What does balance sheet give us? Profitability position, financial position of the firm. Gives us an account of assets and liabilities. How much assets do we have? How much liabilities do we have? What we have to pay to whom? What are the current asset, current liabilities? Current, what does current means? Within 1 year. Within 12 months, that is the meaning of current in accountancy. Now, some other benefits. What are the other benefits that we have? See, is decision making. Because when we know that these sales give us profit, but the sales of some other product give us loss, or maybe they are no profit, no loss products. How are we coming to know about that? Because of accountancy. It's as simple as this. So in short, accountancy helps us to know so many things, and we will be writing them on the board as well. One is profit and loss calculation, financial position, financial position. After that, what do we say it? Decision making. Decision making. Other than that, what does accountancy do to us? Decision making, financial position, profit and loss calculation, comparison, comparison can be inter-firm and intra-firm. Already explained. These are the need, advantages, benefits, or what we say significance of accountancy. Profit calculation, profit or loss calculation, financial position, decision making, comparison also, and many more. There are n number of advantages, but in this video we'll be obviously covering them in brief only. Now we are going to talk about very basic terms that are actually used in accounts, which the meaning should be known, because if we don't know the meaning of such very common basic terms, we will face difficulty while doing our practical sums, or even when we are doing the theory. We need to know the meaning of some very general basic terms. So let's start with our first term, that is business. The first term is business. What do you mean by business? Business is basically any activity, which involves exchange of money is called business. A very general term. We have heard the word business in so many, maybe mother, father, the entrepreneurs doing some business or anything. Business term is used in so many in so many places in real life. So business involves any exchange that involves any activity that involves the exchange of money is business. Now, coming to the next concept. What is your next concept? The next concept is, what do you mean by the word capital? Now, capital means the amount of money. In short, very brief explanation. Capital means any amount of money invested in the business. That is capital. But tell me one thing, that can this money be only of the owner? No. Capital invested is always of two types. What are those types? Those types are, one is owner's capital, owners, and other is borrowed. One is owner's capital and other is borrowed. What do you mean by owner's capital? Owner's capital is business के ओनर की अपनी कैपिटल, that is owner's capital. And what do you mean by borrowed? Borrowed means maybe some loan, maybe in some other form, that is borrowed capital. Understood now? Now coming to what we have examples also. यहाँ पे आपके पास examples भी हो सकते हैं कि ओनर की अपनी कैपिटल कौन सी होगी, borrowed कैपिटल कौन सी होगी. ये इसके एग्जाम्पल्स की हम बात करेंगे अपनी एक सेपरेट वीडियो आपके पास आएगी, जिसमें हम इसके बारे में सारी बात करेंगे कि ओनर्स कैपिटल कौन सी होती है और बोरोड कैपिटल कौन सी होती है. इन शॉर्ट आपके पास कैपिटल के टॉपिक पे एक पूरी वीडियो, फुल फ्लेज्ड वीडियो विल बी देयर. I will not explain the examples and other thing about capital because then the video will be too long. Okay. Now, coming to next concept. What is the next concept? Next concept is drawings. Next concept is drawings. बेटा ये नोटबुक पे बनाने के लिए ड्राइंग की बात नहीं हो रही है. ड्राइंग का मतलब होता है any sort of product, any money withdrawn from business for our personal use is called drawing. Owner withdrawed 20,000 for personal use. Drawing एग्जाम्पल लिख देते हैं. चलो इसके आगे रुपीज, अभी अभी जो हमने बात की 20,000 for personal use. For personal use is drawing. Simple. Drawing क्या है? Any amount of money or products. A suit manufacturing company owner withdrawed 3 suits for his wife. Product also and money also, both things considered as drawings. Next concept, very important, next concept, that is assets. What do you mean by assets? Assets. Have you heard this term earlier? I know you might be shouting yes. Because जो assets होते हैं, हमने उन assets को हमेशा कहीं ना कहीं सुना होगा. आपने अपने घर में भी सुना होगा, या your grandparents या father या mother or any other person always used to say, बेटा assets बनाने पे ध्यान रहो, हमेशा हमारे assets ज़्यादा होने चाहिए, liabilities कम. ऐसा क्यों बोलते हैं? अभी बताऊंगी क्यों बोलते हैं. Asset का मतलब होता है anything that the business owns and is getting benefit from it. कोई भी ऐसी चीज जिससे हमारे बिजनेस को फायदा मिल रहा है और वो चीज बिजनेस की ही है, that is what we call as assets. क्या मैम एसेट करंट भी हो सकते हैं? हो सकते हैं. हमारे पास इन शॉर्ट 2 टाइप ऑफ एसेट्स होते हैं. उसका नाम होता है करंट एसेट्स and this is 1. 2 is non-current assets. Assets and non-current asset. Again, क्या हम इसको इतना एक्सप्लेन कर सकते हैं? आंचल मैम आपको इतना एक्सप्लेन नहीं कर सकती. क्यों? क्योंकि इस पे भी हम एक फुल फ्लेज्ड वीडियो आपके लिए ले आएंगे. क्योंकि अगेन एक वीडियो में इसको एक्सप्लेन करना बहुत मुश्किल है. इट इज अ वेरी वाइड कंसेप्ट. ये आपकी पूरी बैलेंस शीट का 50% होता है. पूरी एक होती है आपकी लाइबिलिटी साइड, एक होती है आपकी एसेट साइड. तो आपकी पूरी एसेट साइड को तब एक्सप्लेन किया जाएगा जब हम अपनी बैलेंस शीट पे एक पूरी फुल फ्लेज्ड वीडियो बनाएंगे. नेक्स्ट कंसेप्ट ऑब्वियसली आपको पता ही है, लाइबिलिटीज. कमिंग टू द नेक्स्ट कंसेप्ट, दैट इज लाइबिलिटीज. लाइबिलिटी क्या होती है? लाइबिलिटी का मतलब होता है रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी. रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी मैम, रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी का मतलब ये है कि पापा को खाना देने जाना है? नहीं, रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी बेटा वो होती है, लेकिन अकाउंटेंसी में रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी का मतलब है, हो सकता है हमने किसी के पैसे देने हो, क्रेडिटर, हो सकता है किसी का हमने बिल देना, आउटस्टैंडिंग बिल, दैट इज व्हाट वी कॉल इज लाइबिलिटी। क्या मैम, आंचल मैम एक बात बताओ, क्या लाइबिलिटी सिर्फ इन कैश ही होती है? नहीं, नहीं, ऐसा नहीं होता। मुझे एक सप्लायर ने कहा कि आप मैन्युफैक्चरर हो, आप हमें 1000 गुड्स कर दो सेंड, हम आपको पेमेंट कर रहे हैं। उन्होंने हमें 1000 गुड्स की पेमेंट कर दी। इट इज माई लाइबिलिटी टू कंप्लीट माई ऑर्डर ऑन टाइम एंड सेंड द products at 1000 goods, 1000 products at that particular place to the supplier. That is also my liability. Liability सिर्फ कैश में नहीं होती, liability कैश एंड काइंड दोनों में होती है। ठीक, नाउ नेक्स्ट कंसेप्ट अगेन, इसके बारे में हम ज़्यादा नहीं समझाएंगे क्योंकि ये आपकी बैलेंस शीट की जब फुल फ्लैश वीडियो आएगी तो उसमें आपको लाइबिलिटी और एसेट्स दोनों का कंसेप्ट समझाया जाएगा। नेक्स्ट कंसेप्ट वी कम अक्रॉस इज इनकम। इज इनकम। मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि हर किसी ने ये वर्ड इनकम तो सुना ही होगा। मुझे नहीं लगता ऐसा कोई भी बच्चा होगा क्लास +1 से लेके अपने फाइनल ईयर या मास्टर्स के फाइनल ईयर में जिसने इनकम वर्ड का मतलब जिसको ना पता हो या कभी सुना ना हो। मतलब तो मैं बता ही दूंगी, ऐसा ना हो, ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि किसी ने इनकम वर्ड का मतलब ना समझा। चलो जी, इनकम वर्ड का मतलब बेसिकली इन शॉर्ट ये होता है अमाउंट अर्न्ड आफ्टर डिडक्टिंग ऑल द एक्सपेंसेस एंड एक्सपेंडिचर इज कॉल्ड इनकम। इनकम का मतलब सीधा साधा मतलब ये है कि हमने कितना पैसा कमाया, हमारी जेब में कितना पैसा गया। 1 लाख रुपीस की सेल थी, 20,000 रेंट था, 20,000 ही सैलरीज थी और 25,000 was our एक्सपेंडिचर, ओवरहेड एक्सपेंडिचर। चलो जी आज देख लेते हैं 1 लाख में से हमें कितना टोटल एक्सपेंडिचर माइनस करना पड़ गया। 20 20 40 40 प्लस 25 65,000। अब हमारा एक्चुअल इनकम, ऑलवेज राइट रुपीज, हम अपने आंसर में हमेशा रुपीज लिखते ही हैं। 1 लाख माइनस 65 इज 35,000। हमारी इनकम की वैल्यू आ गई जी 35,000। इसका मतलब ये है कि पूरे 35,000 रुपीज की हमारी इनकम हुई। जैसा कि अभी मैंने आपको समझाया था, डिडक्टिंग ऑल द एक्सपेंडिचर एंड एक्सपेंसेस, हमारा जितना भी रेवेन्यू था उसमें से जब हम अपने सारे एक्सपेंडिचर, रेवेन्यूज, एक्सपेंडिचर एंड एक्सपेंसेस निकाल देंगे, डिडक्ट कर देंगे, सब्ट्रैक्ट कर देंगे, तो जो हमारे पास लास्ट में बचा दैट इज अवर इनकम। नाउ coming to next concept, coming to one more concept that is expenses. Expenses, आंचल मैम expenses क्या होता है? Expenses का मीनिंग होता है any sort of amount spent, हमने अमाउंट खर्च कर दिया to earn the income, यानी कि amount spent to earn income, that is what we actually refer to as expenses. उसको हम बोलते हैं कि एक्सपेंस हुआ है जी, that is what we call as expense। समझ में आया सबको? चलो अब क्या करते हैं हम, अब एक एक्सपेंसेस का अगर मैं आपको एग्जांपल कहूं, बड़ा बेसिक सी टर्म, वेजेस, सैलरी, रेंट, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी बिल, ये सब क्या है हमारे? इन शॉर्ट एक्सपेंसेस हैं। सपोज अगर हमने प्रोडक्शन करनी हो तो आपको वेजेस देनी पड़ेगी लेबर को, बिल्कुल। मैनेजर को सैलरी देनी पड़ेगी। जहां पे हम अपनी वेयर हाउसिंग है या हो सकता है जहां पे हम अपनी प्रोडक्शन कर रहे हैं उस जगह का रेंट भी दोगे। मशीनरी चलेगी, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी बिल भी आएगा, लाइट चलेगी तो बिल तो आएगा ही। तो ये सब क्या है? ये सब होते हैं हमारे एक्सपेंसेस। मैम एक्सपेंसेस करने जरूरी हैं? जरूरी हैं। क्या हमें फालतू का एक्सपेंस करना चाहिए? नहीं करना चाहिए। मनी इज प्रेशियस, सेव इट। ठीक है जी। अब अगर हम बात करें हमने क्या क्या किया अपनी इस वीडियो में, तो दिस इज बेसिकली अ recap. In the recap we'll actually talk about that what all things we have covered in this video. They are, what is the meaning of accountancy, basic general meaning starting with the very first step of accountancy, need and importance, use, utility, you can say anything. Next, basic terms, asset, liability, income, expense, business, profit. These were the terms which we have learnt. Now, thank you so much for watching this video. Do tell us as a feedback that how was this video, what all changes do you suggest, so that we can grow our channel together, because after all, aap hai to hum hai. For any type of coaching, one-on-one coaching, batches, you can contact the email or the contact number given in the bio of this channel and under this video as well. So bye bye. Meet you in the next video. Radhe Radhe.